The 5 daily rituals of successful men. Listen up, gentlemen. Today we're diving into something that can truly transform your life. We're going to talk about the 5 daily rituals that successful men use to stay focused, driven, and ahead of the game. But before we get into the specifics of these rituals, I want you to understand one thing. Success isn't some far-off dream. It's built through consistent action. It's about forming powerful habits that sharpen your mind, energize your body, and fuel your ambition. And the rituals I'm about to share with you are the foundation of success. Stick around until the end, because I'm going to reveal the #1 secret that has helped me change my life, and it's something that can change yours too. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Now let's break it down. The key to achieving success and staying focused comes down to having a daily routine. But not just any routine. A routine that's designed to keep you at your best, no matter what life throws your way. Over the years, I've incorporated these rituals into my life, and I've watched them transform my productivity, mindset, and overall success. Let me walk you through them. The first ritual that every successful man practices is waking up early. And I don't mean rolling out of bed at 8 or 9 a.m. I'm talking about waking up at 5 a.m. or even earlier. This gives you a head start on the day before the rest of the world is up and distracting you. When I started waking up early, it was a game changer. I used to wake up just in time to rush into the day, feeling stressed and always playing catch-up. But when I made the decision to wake up at 5 a.m., everything changed. The first thing I do is make my bed. Simple, right? But that act alone sets the tone for the entire day. It's a small win, and it signals to my brain that I'm in control. Next, I spend some time on personal reflection, whether it's journaling or simply meditating for 5 to 10 minutes. This helps clear the clutter in my mind and sets the focus for the day ahead. You'd be surprised at how much clarity you can gain in just a few minutes of quiet reflection. Waking up early allows you to tackle the day with a clear head, and that sense of control is critical for staying focused and driven. The second ritual is physical exercise. Successful men don't just rely on mental strength, they cultivate physical strength too. The body and mind are interconnected, and when you take care of one, the other follows suit. I can't stress this enough. Exercising daily, whether it's lifting weights, going for a run, or practicing yoga, keeps you physically sharp, but it also helps sharpen your mind. When I first started working out consistently, I noticed my focus improving. I was more energetic, had greater stamina, and was able to think clearer. That's the power of regular exercise. I personally make it a point to work out first thing in the morning, even before I jump into any work. By doing this, I'm already accomplishing something significant early on in the day. And once that sweat starts pouring, your confidence starts to build too. This ritual is non-negotiable, and if you want to succeed, it has to be a part of your daily routine as well. Start small and build from there. The key is consistency. The third ritual that successful men swear by is deep work. This is a practice where you focus on one important task without distractions for a solid chunk of time. For me, I schedule 2 to 3 hours every morning of uninterrupted time to work on the most important things. I learned this the hard way. I used to think multitasking was a good thing. I check emails, scroll through social media, and try to work on my projects all at once. But what I realized was that doing all of those things was actually slowing me down. Deep work changed the game for me. I use a technique called time blocking. Every day, I schedule specific blocks of time where I do nothing but focus on one task. There are no distractions, no checking notifications, no emails, just pure focused work. During this time, my productivity levels skyrocket, and I get way more done in a shorter amount of time. To master deep work, you've got to treat your time like the precious resource it is. Set boundaries, turn off distractions, and be relentless about protecting your time. The fourth ritual is continuous learning. The most successful men in the world never stop learning. They know that if they want to stay at the top of their game, they've got to be constantly evolving. This is something I picked up early in my career. I made a commitment to learn something new every day. It could be reading a book, listening to a podcast, or taking an online course, but I made sure I was learning something every single day. I remember being in my 20s, trying to figure out how to break through in business. It wasn't until I started intentionally educating myself on topics like leadership, psychology, and finance that things really started to take off for me. The knowledge I gained helped me avoid mistakes and make better decisions, and it gave me a competitive edge in my field. You need to develop a habit of continuous learning, whether you're reading for 30 minutes in the morning or dedicating an hour each evening to personal development. It's critical. Don't just consume information, apply it. That's where real growth happens. The fifth and final ritual is often overlooked by many, but it's just as crucial as all the others. It's the evening routine and daily reflection. While mornings are important for setting the tone of the day, your evening is just as vital in ensuring you end the day with purpose and insight. At the end of each day, it's critical to reflect on your actions, your progress, and how well you've stuck to your goals. Successful men don't just hustle all day and then crash without looking back. They take time to evaluate what went right and what went wrong. They're constantly refining their approach to life, business, and personal growth. Without this reflection, you miss out on the opportunity to learn from the day's experiences. When I started making reflection a part of my daily routine, it completely shifted my mindset. At first, I didn't think I needed it. I'd tell myself, I'm just too busy to sit down and reflect. I need to move on to the next task. But when I finally forced myself to incorporate it, I realized how much I was missing. Reflecting at night is powerful because it allows you to analyze your day while it's still fresh in your mind. This isn't just about thinking about your accomplishments. It's about acknowledging your setbacks, your failures, and how you can improve the next day. You may be asking, why does reflecting on the day matter? The answer is simple. Without reflection, you're operating blindly. Think about it. If you get to the end of the day and you haven't looked back on what you've accomplished or failed to accomplish, how will you know what to do differently tomorrow? How will you ensure that you're growing, evolving, and continuously improving? This process of reflection also helps you avoid repeating mistakes. We all make them, but the difference between successful men and the rest is that successful men learn from their mistakes and ensure they don't make the same ones again. If you've had a setback or you didn't hit a target you were aiming for, reflection allows you to pause and ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? When you give yourself the space to reflect, you create a feedback loop that helps you continuously improve. This is how you maintain a growth mindset and avoid stagnation. Reflection ensures that you're always moving forward, even on the days that feel like setbacks. Start by acknowledging the things you're grateful for from the day. This helps shift your mindset away from stress or frustration and puts you in a positive state of mind. For me, this could be something as simple as being grateful for a productive meeting, a good workout, or even a moment of peace I had during the day. Gratitude shifts your energy and primes you for constructive reflection. Look back at your goals for the day. What were the top 3 things you set out to accomplish? Did you achieve them? If not, ask yourself why. It's important to be honest with yourself during this process. If you didn't accomplish everything you wanted to, don't just beat yourself up about it. Identify what went wrong and what you can do differently tomorrow. Maybe you need to adjust your priorities. Maybe you need more focus. This is your chance to gain clarity. Every day, even the toughest ones, offers some form of progress or lesson. Identify at least one win, big or small, and take a moment to celebrate that. Acknowledging your wins boosts your self-esteem and reinforces the habits you're building. Equally important is identifying areas where you could improve. Maybe you missed a deadline or found yourself distracted during the day. Don't be harsh on yourself, but take note of it. Ask yourself, what can I do tomorrow to make sure this doesn't happen again? This is where you get real with yourself. Take a few minutes to evaluate how well you performed in key areas like discipline, time management, and productivity. Were you focused on your goals throughout the day? Or did distractions pull you off course? Be brutally honest here. This is for your growth. Once you know where you need to improve, write down actionable steps you can take to enhance those areas. For instance, if you found yourself scrolling through social media for longer than you intended, consider putting your phone on airplane mode during deep work sessions the following day. Once you've reviewed the day, It's time to set yourself up for success tomorrow. Take a few minutes to decide what your top priorities are for the next day. What are the most important tasks you need to tackle first thing? Creating this roadmap for the next day gives you clarity and direction, so you don't start the day feeling lost or overwhelmed. I personally write down my 3 top priorities for the next day and make sure I'm mentally prepared to hit the ground running as soon as I wake up. Before you hit the bed, it's important to create a routine that signals to your mind that the day is over. This could include something like reading a book, taking a warm shower, or doing some light stretching or breathing exercises. This part of the evening routine is vital because it helps you transition from work mode into rest mode. By winding down effectively, you'll sleep better, and when you wake up, you'll be ready to tackle the next day with focus and energy. Like with any ritual, consistency is the key to reaping the rewards. It may seem like a small part of the day, but over time, this ritual compounds. When you make it a habit to reflect every evening, it becomes ingrained in your routine, and your ability to learn and grow from your experiences will sharpen. As I mentioned before, when I first started reflecting every night, I didn't realize how much I was missing. But now, it's a vital part of my day that I never skip. It gives me clarity, it helps me stay focused, and it continually drives me to be better. It also reminds me that failure is part of the process. It's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about learning from them. So, don't underestimate the power of reflection and an evening routine. If you want to maintain the momentum you've built during the day, you need to take the time to review it, learn from it, and prepare for tomorrow. By doing this consistently, you'll be putting yourself on a path toward continuous self-improvement, and that is what separates the successful from the rest of the pack. Remember, it's not just about working harder. It's about working smarter, learning from every experience, and growing with purpose. That's what keeps you focused and driven in the long run. There you have it, the 5 daily rituals that successful men use to stay focused, driven, and ahead of the game. Now, I promised you the #1 secret, and here it is: consistency. The key to transforming your life and becoming successful is not about doing these rituals once in a while or even once a week. It's about doing them every single day. The power of consistency is what separates the successful men from the rest. Stick to these rituals day in and day out, and you'll see your life start to change. If you're ready to take your life to the next level, check out the links in the description below. I've put together some tools in the Titan Toolbox, including ebooks and courses, to help you on your journey to becoming a true Titan. Make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest videos. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, your journey to greatness starts now.